if there's one thing na malakas ang Duterte, it's really been social media. Yan ang ginamit nila 2016, yan ang ginamit nila to sustain themselves through kung ano-anong kapalpakan ng 6 na taon na pamumuno ni Rodrigo Duterte. And actually, after yung arrest, 'di ba, nung March sa ICC, talagang full blast 'yan, which I think contributed largely to yung damage that the administration took, 'di ba, in the
Right,
aftermath
right.
of yung arrest. Pero ito nga um, bumaba si Pangulong Bongbong in terms of
Approval.
approval.
Bumagsak.
Bumagsak. Okay. At the
Bumagsak.
same time, Sara Duterte, na ini-expect mong makikinabang, who has this entire social media machinery, has not actually been able to gain that much. And right now, may mga pumuputok, meron na mga counter-offensive sa kanya, di ba? Lumabas na yung affidavit ni Madriaga na the other day, kahapon,
Right.
final na sa ombudsman. Last Friday, December 12, nag-file din ang civil society on the confidential
Plunder.
funds issue. Plunder. Sa ano. So, ang point ko, it still takes mga ganitong klaseng big moves to drive any narrative. Whether that narrative is actually done through social media or traditional media. And in the absence of yung mga ganong kalalaking moves, there's only so much you can actually do. So, the question really is, ito, specific sa Dutertes. Kasi they've been trying to take advantage of yung situation for the last, 4 months, 5 months, culminating in yung iglesia,
Right.
3-day na naging 2-day rally. Now that they have been, to a certain extent, put back on the defensive because of yung mga ganito, and now there's talk of reviving yung impeachment. How do you think that affects yung kanilang prospects moving forward in their continued death struggle with their former Uniteam allies?
Hindi, makikita mo, ang hawak pa rin ng mga Duterte ang baluarte nila sa Mindanao.
Yeah.
Malakas pa rin sila sa ethnic heartland nila because we keep forgetting that Rodrigo Duterte was our second Cebuano president.
Yeah.
So, hawak pa rin nila ang Cebu. But they've lost Metro Manila. They've lost balance of Luzon. Siyempre, yung mga
Western Visayas has always been opposition.
Oo, yung mga Ilonggos and Lancer have never liked them. So, in a sense, if we have a close election, pwede pa rin. But hindi na yung massive, parang invincible Luz Viminda phenomenon anymore.
Na
Diba?
North meets South, tama.
Oo. So in that sense, yes, malakas pa rin ang loob nila dahil solid kahit paano, solid pa rin ang base nila. And their social media is effective enough to keep that base revved up, di ba? I think everyone's social media is no longer convincing anyone else.
Okay.
Di ba? Kung pink ka pa rin. Kung dilaw ka pa rin.
Pero-
Kung green ka pa rin. Di ba? Red,
But that's for the committed people. Paano yung 39%
But the
mo na...
committed, yung committed, lumiit.
Okay, yes.
Di ba? Yung iba, naghahanap pa rin. Di ba? Hindi sigurado or ayaw tumaya. Which is the same thing.
Pero do you think yung mga nandun sa uncommitted currently, nasusway pa ba yung mga yan? Masusway pa ba sila ng mga ganitong klaseng pasabog in the traditional sense? Kung may pumutok kay Sara Duterte o may pumutok kay Bongbong.
Depende sa pasabog because I mean this is what you find interesting. The most recent WR numeros sabi the majority of Filipinos sabi nila dapat ituloy ang paglilitis ni dating Pangulong Duterte sa
ICC.
abroad.
Yeah.
Oo. And yet, we were told nung panahon nung midterm election, mas marami ang tutol doon. So something has shifted. One is, I think very obviously, kung malakas na tao ka at kinulong ka, parang mahina ka na. 'Di ba? And then nawawala na rin yung kapangyarihan mo. I think that goes without saying. You don't know, depende sa pasabog, di ba? There were many people who also felt na dapat ituloy ang paglilitis sa vice presidente sa impeachment. Kung mabuhay uli ang impeachment, there's one thing that I think is consistent throughout our recent political history. Pagdating sa kung ano man ang motibo ng nagsimula at nagpatakbo ng impeachment, ang taong bayan, they keep an open mind and watch and learn, and then they judge.
Okay.
Manolo, let me
So-
ask you one question. I had a discussion with a high government official, and he was talking about, in hindsight, he said, while your popularity suffered because of the arrest of Duterte, could you imagine that if he was not arrested and Duterte himself would lead the crowd, we would have been overthrown? Do you subscribe to that proposition?
Of course, I mean, because sinimula na yung, ang nagsimula ng away is ang dating Pangulo. Let's not forget that. Even when the Vice President was still trying to play nice, the one who was being very aggressive at the very
Yeah.
start, the former President.
Tinawag ng drug addict si Bongbong early
Oh,
on.
hindi lang yun, but siya yung kumakausap sa militar
Yeah,
and
umiikot.
everything.
Tama.
And because I think may great political gifts din si former President Duterte, he knew there can only be one. And he knew you had to do it sooner rather than later. Lalong-lalo na dahil sa simula pa lang nung termino nung bagong presidente at vice-presidente, talagang malinaw na dinowngrade na ang vice president nung, di ba, gusto niya i-alok sa kanya sana ang BND and all of
Which
that.
would never happen.
Yes, but alam mo, yun na yun eh, di ba? Yun na yun. You knew which way it was going. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they had to do it. I mean, this is what's called an existential threat. Ito yung threat sa seguridad mo eh, sa pantao mo eh.
Okay.
If
Wait,
you-